Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound, let us the roaring seas sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the evening.
That's Reagan, everybody, and she's 6 years old. That's the daughter of State Rep Ron Reynolds. He's a proud dad. Woo!
Thank you.
We have one surprise guest that came in, and we want to acknowledge him today. I've actually been a part of some of his community events that are going on. This is Ivan Sanchez.
Running against minority hater, incumbent Republican John Culbertson. I've decided to run because I believe it's time to refresh politics, refresh Congress.
But most of all, none of us would be here if we did not acknowledge who I know who brought me here, and that's God, my Father, Jesus Christ, his Son, and the Holy Ghost that keeps me in line. Amen? Amen. So, Heavenly Father God, we thank you today for this opportunity.
We're going to have our Negro National Anthem at this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could please ask everyone to stand.
Grace us with the MLK speech. This is the man that can do that job well. Come on up here, Ron.
Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is such an honor, a pleasure, and a privilege to be before so many beautiful people this evening to celebrate this auspicious occasion. Dr. Martin Luther King also said something that should apply to each and every one of our lives. Many of us know the I Have a Dream speech, which is one of the most renowned speeches in the world, not just the country, but the world. And I just saw a she-ro come in, a birthday girl, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Happy birthday. We love you. But let me tell you, Dr. Martin Luther King said that life's most urgent and persistent question is, what are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? Each and every one of us has to answer that call. What are we doing in our respective communities, in our churches, in our schools, in our communities? Are we volunteering? Are we giving back? Are we doing anything to improve the lives of others in our communities? I'll submit to you that all the recipients tonight, you all are the cream of the crop.
Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Yeah, give it up for her.
I'm dealing with the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey in terms of those who were instrumental and continue to be instrumental in making a difference in lives that still are in disrepair. And yet seasons have passed, holiday seasons, and we know that our journey with them still continues. That's why tonight is so very important, because there are a myriad of individuals who have unselfishly stood in the gap for so many causes. And they stood in the gap in a collective body of humanity. As we see this weekend, this begins the weekend of commemoration of the man who spoke of the beloved community. I think it is sometimes with our busy time and Facebook and Google that we have failed to keep our hand on books. But I would encourage you to find one of the books about Dr. Martin Luther King. There are many of them. Use the library. Yes, there is still a library. And read of his life and his values. For Dr. King did not speak of one race. He was not the man of civil rights for one group. He talked about the challenge of America. And in a 1961 speech in front of the AFL-CIO, he spoke about working together, whether you're a Jew or Italian or Negro, which was in his language, that we would find unity together. And it seems that we make a few steps forward, and then we have new neighbors, whether they're from South Asia, or they're from Central America, or they're from Africa, or they're from Eastern Europe, and we begin to backslide. I know this is a joyous occasion, but if I am not probative in a room of thinkers, then who am I? This has been a very long day, starting early this morning. Having to be called to MSNBC in an emergency, she has to come on. This is, of course, no ego, but it is difficult to get one of those 6 a.m. calls to get down to where you need to go because of an incident that occurred on yesterday. And the reason why it's allowed to seep in is because we allow the cracks in our armor to take hold. When do you ever run a country by saying, I know I got my 30%? How do you love a family and say, I know I got that one child, not worried about the rest of them, but I got that one? How do you do that? How do you not embrace everyone? I know I got that one neighbor next door, the rest of them can go to, we can't get along, but I got that one neighbor. No, it's a neighborhood. It's neighbors. It's what our parents taught us, that it's not where you came from, it's where you're going. I am honored tonight to express my appreciation for these outstanding awardees. This is symbolic of those of you that will receive these very special honors, and I hope that you take this as a mere token of your life's work and the work to come. I'm delighted now to call up Edward Hamilton. Would you come to receive your award, which is a congressional recognition, but it is also the Lifetime Achievement Award. Edward Hamilton, from the 44th President of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama, a man of dignity and unity. Tall buildings and come on down. Young, come on down. Achievement Award will be coming. And Jalene Mack, teenager. Well, Jalene is a quintessential artist and is determined to make Houston and put Houston on the map for the visual arts, dramatic arts. Glad we have the Ensemble Theatre, a great asset for this community. And of course, we are so delighted, and it's 5-0 and 5-0 more to come because no one would ever know the difference. All right?
Loretta Williams-Cornell. Come on up.
Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's well. My name is Rick Chaffold, for those that don't know me. All you all know him, and he's been a pillar in the community with his business, and professionally and personally, he's just an all-around good individual. So one more, could you just give it up for him one more time? Keith, come on. Say a few words real quick.
Oh, wow, man. Oh, wow. You know, I always give away awards. And thank you, Rick, man. I appreciate this award. I was always taught to say thank you. And, you know, I'm going to say this short story. I did a speech about legacy. And when I was doing my research, what I realized that everybody was saying, you know, Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King Jr., President Barack Obama, and all these known people. But what I found out, every one of them talked about somebody you didn't know, their grandmother, the school teacher, the security guard. And it dawned on me, those simple people made a great impact on people who changed the world. So whatever you do, remember that you never know who you may be touching. And when you receive an award, that's what we're saying. Keep doing what you're doing, because you never know who you might be changing, what life you touching. So thank you again, and I appreciate that, man.
Our next one is Thelma Scott, the lady who, come on up. While she's coming, I just want to say, Thelma Scott, wow. Congratulations to you. Not only is she, and I'm not trying to put her on the spot and say that everyone else has not done great things. I just want to point out one specific thing that this lady really does as far as embracing diversity, and it really pulls in here. Her organization started with Barbara Jordan Endeavors, and it's about 17 years old, and has not gotten the funding support, but a lot of the community support from all of you. So at this time, I just want to congratulate you and say that you're on the right track with what you do for those kids of unique abilities. And when I tell you guys, I had them on the show about a week ago. We went to Wheatley High, and to see their faces and to see them feel like someone came out to our school and made us feel special. You actually put us on the radio station, and I was like, oh yeah, and they were like, oh wow, just encouraging their minds. It made them think outside the box that they had never thought. And to hear that she has several schools that she's associated with, I just want to applaud you for what you do for no pay. That's kids of unique abilities, that's a major milestone that she hits almost every day, guys. So, and I know, I didn't want to just put her on the spot. I just know that the unique kids are just strong, they're just strong to my heart, and a lot of times they just don't get the voice and they don't get the attention. I don't think we mean to leave them out, but they just don't have enough voices for them. So we do need to get behind those unique ability kids. That's right. Thank you, Marcon, for letting them come on the station. Yay! Okay, here we go. Let's take a picture. Cynthia Patterson.
The next award is for an amazing woman also, Mary Young. Actually, she's in Japan, and she's the first black chief of police. She's at TSU. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here, but we're going to still honor her.
The next one is for a gentleman, hero, that's done wonderful things in our community, and he has really pushed the level when it comes to the kids in literacy. I do know that much about him myself. Let's give it up for Bruce Johnson. Yay. The next person is a hero, Kevinn Robinson. Come on up. All right. And Kevin, while you're coming, I'll go ahead and announce you'll be getting the Certificate of Congressional Recognition, 18th District, signed by none other than the Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, as well as the Lifetime Achievement Award, signed by our own former President Barack Obama. Wow. All right, we have a Shiro in the house, Lisa Amosu. Did I say it right, Amosu? She'll get it straight when I get up here if I didn't say that right. Come on up. While she's coming up, Lisa, you're getting the Lifetime Achievement Award signed by President Barack Obama, as well as the United States Congressional Recognition. All right, signed by none other than Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. You hold on to the big red one with that beautiful black dress, and I'll help you out over here with the blue. How about that? All right, the next one, we have a hero, James Hudson. James Hudson is getting the Lifetime Achievement Award, signed by President Barack Obama, as well as a United States Congressional Recognition, signed by none other than Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. All right, James. This is a Shiro. All right, we have some Shiros in the house some more. Sam Turner, come on up here, girl. You'll be getting the Lifetime Achievement Award signed by none other than President Barack Obama, as well as Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Yay! Go, girl. The next one, we're going to have Pamela Ellis come up, and we're, oh, she's not here, that's right, okay. Oh, Pamela's not feeling well, but you know, when they're not here, I want to acknowledge them because they did a lot of work to get this piece of paper signed by Sheila Jackson Lee, so come on. Okay, here's another one, but that's okay. Okay, Lynette Reddix is going to be acknowledged tonight, and there's a person here, Cynthia, that's going to take her certificate, so come on up here. Yes, for this Shiro. Here, okay. All right, the Shiro's in the house, and we're going to congratulate her. Elizabeth Gonzalez, come on up. And you're going to get the Lifetime Achievement with Barack Obama, as well as the Congressional. Here you go, Sonia. All right, we have a Shiro in the house. Martisha Haynes, that's my girl. She's going to get a congressional certificate from Sheila Jackson Lee, as well as a signed one from Lifetime Achievement Awards Barack Obama. Guys, Ms. Scott was really it's like a pioneer for her, so that's why it was important that she came up. The next one, we have a Shiro, Nasha Ross. Is she here? Did she leave? Okay, well, you know I like to acknowledge, come on. We want to make sure before we say that they're not, I'm going to go ahead and acknowledge the name. Harry Smith, are you here? All right, he got here. Come on up, Harry. We're going to acknowledge you for receiving the Certificate of Congressional Recognition, 18th District, Texas, signed by none other than Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Okay, we have another wonderful Shiro, Jonita Wallace. Come on up. Yay! Certificate of Congressional Recognition, signed by Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Yeah. Okay, our little princess is back again.
Come on here. Ooh, I love you.
Hold on. Another Shiro's in the house, Arnett Watson. Come on up. Certificate of Congressional Recognition, signed by Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. All right, this is one Shiro could not be here, and she has a busy schedule. We all know that. Clorinda McGrady is receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award signed by the President Barack Obama, as well as the Congressional District signed by Sheila Jackson Lee. We're going to acknowledge Reginald Adams could not be here tonight, and he gets both awards. Woo! We're going to acknowledge this person as well. Works hard in the community. Kim Roxy could not be here. She is out of the country taking care of some other community events. She got both the Lifetime Achievement Award from the President, Barack Obama, as well as the Congressional District. This is her sister, Cherise, and then, of course, Cherise is one of the honorees as well. Cherise Johnson is getting one from President Barack Obama, as well as the congressional one from Sheila Jackson Lee.
Owner and operator of Synergy Radio. Oscar, come on up. Let me get your voice. Y'all can do better than that. Give me this is a good. Come on over here, Oscar. Let me get your award. D. Mars is a good person. There are three men that I decided to honor. One was Reg I-10 Rhodes, because he's a selfless person and he gives back to the community. The other one was D. Mars, who just spoke, and now it's Oscar Hines. I've only known Oscar for a few months, but for the energy that he gives and just his giving spirit just made me want to honor this man out of everybody else that I knew. He is a great, great, great person. And you all should tune into him. He just dropped a book too, and he's going to tell you a little bit about it, but you need to tune into him. He has some health and wellness for you. And that's what we're all about right now. That's what my movement is about also, the health and wellness of the family unit, especially the mental health. And we have to address it, and we thank Dr. D. Ivan Young for doing that every Tuesday on Synergy Radio as well. Let me get your award, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. So, folks, as Rick mentioned, I am with Synergy Radio. The name Synergy really is consistent with the smaller parts coming together to create a greater whole. And it's a real privilege to be able to see all the leaders in the community, all those who've been acknowledged, and want to really thank you for the honor of this award and encourage you all to tune in. We are Synergy Radio, synergyradionetwork.com. all over Facebook, all over our website. Want to encourage you to connect. With regard to my new book, and thank you for bringing that out, it is called Ninja Communications, The Art and Science of Influence. And that is something that we have to teach our young people to do. They're communicating with 40 characters or less, and it's important that we start recognizing that communication is paramount to being able to transform our nation from the division that we're seeing, as Congresswoman mentioned, to something of unity. So I want to encourage all to connect to that. You can do that at OscarHines.com. Thank you, Rick, for having us. Thank you for all the gracious support you've given the station, and we appreciate all of you tonight. Thank you, sir.
I am a radio talk show host. We go all over the world. Radio DeBong is international, reaches here in Houston, but we Facebook Live all of our shows.
First and foremost, I definitely personally would like to thank everybody for coming out. I know that you all have came in support of the table you're sitting at or the friend that you're with, but I can almost guarantee that no one else has spoken to each other outside of the realm of that bubble. I encourage you all to meet 3 people that you do not know tonight. Network is your net worth. There are some very powerful people in this room, and it's important, like diligently important, that you take advantage of every situation that you put yourself in front of like this. We have to take advantage. We just can't come here and say, okay, we had a good time, we had a sip, we ate, and now we out. How about we build from this point on? We have to build. And we can't build if we do not know one another. So once again, from More Than a Rib, and I'm sure Sonia probably has some closing words as well, but from More Than a Rib and from the bottom of my heart, thank you all. Please support the book. Please support the movement. I am Rick Chaffold on Facebook. I am morethanarib.com. Thank you so much, and enjoy yourselves. Make sure you introduce yourself to 3 to 5 people before you leave. If nothing, just give a business card. Hey, my name is such and such, and this is what I do.
Follow up on the business card.
Absolutely.
Hey, come on up. Okay, I just want to say one thing. A very special lady's here, and guys, I have to say this. She's going to beat me, but I'm going to say it. Mama Jean, stand up and say hi. Let everyone know, this is my bonus mom.
I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. You could have been anywhere tonight, and this is very special, just to encourage each other, love one another, support each other. Let's continue just to be there for each other. Thank you all. Okay, we have Dr. D. Ivan Young with us. He's an honoree for the Presidential and the Congressional Award, Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you for all you do in our community. He's been amazing. He has 2 books out, and I think he has a new one out coming soon.
It's written. So, it's about to come out. Yeah.
So stay tuned. And what would you like to say about tonight, Dr. D?
Why? I can't say anything, but this woman is flawless. And when you bring the White House in, how do you top that? That's all I can say. Yeah. But I'm humbled and grateful to be part of this, and thank you, Sonia.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I guess I earned this, and the award was bestowed on me because of the work that we do with the foundation, the Smith Foundation. And what the Smith Foundation is really all about is about helping kids reach their full potential. One of the things that one of our main goals this year is to raise $40,000 for inner city high school students, seniors this year. And we're going to award those $40,000 worth of scholarship, which is going to be 10 scholarships of $4,000 each to high school seniors who are BC students, not necessarily the A students. The A students normally, seemingly they find their way. But the challenges for those BC students, and their biggest challenge is having the funds to go to school. And so if we can give them that leg up to get into college, hopefully they will find their way and the resources to finish and do outstanding work. So with that, we want to say thank you for this award. It's a wonderful thing, but it's about helping the kids reach their full potential. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Monique Luss with the Real Housewives of Houston, and I am here at this wonderful event supporting More Than a Rib with Rick Chaffold. I had a great time. The food was delicious. Being around Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee is always awesome. She's so sweet. And everyone, all of the nominees and honorees, congratulations. It was an honor to be here.
Hi, everyone. We're here today, January 12th, with these honorees who have received the President Barack Obama Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm here with one of the honorees, Martisha Hines. Martisha, tell us how exciting it is and what does it mean to be here today and to be awarded such an award?
And it's just a great feeling to be able to be rewarded by doing great things in the community, and people honor you and reward you for that.
Yes, because when you're out there in the field, you know you're doing for the people, but when someone takes the time and call you and say, hey, we want to honor you, that does make you feel good.
Yes, it does.
So we want to encourage you, keep it up, and she has a great team, and because you have a good team and because you're a great person, I'm not just saying it because I know you, you go for the people, and that's why your team stands behind you, so keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you, thank you.
What a phenomenal night celebrating some of Houston's finest. I mean, you talking about the greatest heroes and sheroes receiving Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards right here at the Ensemble. The organizers should be commended for doing a fantastic job, and we are honored to celebrate these wonderful recipients on MLK weekend right here in Houston, Texas. Thank you, and God bless you.
Hi, I'm Tina Chandler with Normal to Be Fit.
And I am Carl Ducena. And guys, we're just doing amazing things in the community, and we are reminding the world that it is normal to be fit.
No matter where you are in life, you can do it too.
Exactly. So check us out, normaltobefit.com. We celebrated Miss Thelma Scott, Miss Martisha Hines, and just so many incredible people tonight. And we're just doing a lot in the community here in Houston, all over Texas, in New York City, everywhere. And we want you guys to be a part of it with us.
Tonight was amazing, recognizing all of these people that have done so many things in the community. We are just so honored and privileged to be here.
It's so good to be here. Thank you. Shout out to Rick Chaffold and also to Sonia White for giving us this honor tonight for all the community events and presentations and work that we do in the community. Congratulations to all the honorees. It was really nice to have Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee here to put a stamp on what it means to be community minded and that we have to do more in our communities with our youth. And so I am proud to stand here as a beacon of light for Super Lady Live movement and supergirlshine.com, where together we are strong because Supergirls shine. Reach out to us, superladylive.com. Thank you so much.
What up, world? Listen, man, this is Karl Mays, the King, motivated with my man, Mr. Rick Chaffold. Listen, I got to let y'all know something. You missed a great event tonight. The Lifetime Presidential Achievement Awards right here at the Ensemble Theatre. A lot of great things happened. You all, I'm sure, are going to see the tape. But Rick, let me ask you something. When you all came up and conceived the idea about the Lifetime Achievement Awards, I need you to tell the people, what did you have in mind? What did you want to accomplish here?
And that's somewhat hard to say because both me and you, we out in these streets daily trying to help.
Out in these streets.
Trying to give back.
That's right.
We're trying to give back and try to do something in the community.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, one a female perspective as from Sonia White, a male perspective from me, was to get some powerful people under one roof and let's build. And that's what I talked about. Let's build. We can't come under these rules, say hi and bye. We have to exchange information, follow up on information, and we need to build together to change the communities we live in.
That's right. That's right. So to kind of cap on what he's saying, y'all, listen. There's a lot of work still to be done. There's a lot of people out here doing a lot of things. We wanted to highlight some of the work what people are doing, but at the same time, we need to make sure that we're at a point where we get together.
Absolutely.
And we make some things happen in a much, much bigger scale because the community needs it. I don't know what y'all are doing out there, but you need to keep making sure that your days are productive and keep influencing somebody's life. I think one thing I'll take away from tonight is that you never know who you might be influencing. So just be an influencer. All right, so whatever it does, y'all make sure y'all do me a favor. Keep your lives focused. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Do everything I would. Regardless of what happened, it's more than a rib. Rick Chaffold, it's Karl Mays, the King Motivator, y'all, the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards.
And another day, another chance. Don't y'all forget about that.
That's right.
Another day, another chance.
That's right.
Gentrification of black men is a tool for males that need to divorce a state of mind. This blueprint is the answer for the man looking to survive what he sees in the mirror. Stop waiting for someone to sign your permission slip to be great. Sign your own permission slip and begin to discern, improve, validate, organize, resolve, and educate the people, places, and things you love. No more excuses. The time is now to mentally wise up. The only thing standing between you and your success is getting your copy of Gentrification of Black Men today at morethanarib.com and amazon.com.